Hey there, boaters. I'm Stacey Hanrahan, and welcome to Wednesday's episode of Boaters TV. First up, our captain's caption photo was provided by Joe Barron. We'll reveal the caption of the day at the end of the show. Coming up in nautical news, the QE2 retires in this week's Mad Mariner Report. This November, one of the world's most beloved ocean liners will retire after more than 40 years of sailing the seas. Mad Mariner's Tom Tripp wrote about where she's been and where she's going. The QE2 sailed her maiden voyage in May of 1969 from Southampton to New York. Named after the first Queen Elizabeth ocean liner, not after Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, who launched her, the QE2 was the flagship of the Cunard Line for more than 30 years. The ship originally weighed just over 70,000 tons and cost approximately 29 million pounds to build. The interior design was thought of as space age at the time, and passengers were immediately attracted to her modern furnishings. The QE2's long lines and sleek look are clues to her impressive speed. She is the fastest ocean liner currently in service, with a top speed of 32.5 knots. In fact, the QE2 will actually go 19 knots astern, faster than most cruise ships move forward. The ship has sailed through hurricanes, logged more than 5 million nautical miles, and completed 24 full world cruises. So, how will she spend her retirement? The QE2 will be transformed into a hotel at Dubai's World Palm Jumeirah. To read Tom's full article on the QE2, including a history of her captains and upgrades, go to www.madmariner.com. Now in Off the Hook, fishing for memories. Every once in a while, you meet someone who makes you realize what's really important in life. Someone who's doing what they do for all the right reasons. I had the pleasure of meeting one of those someones when I met Captain Don Dingman recently at the Palm Beach Boat Show. Captain Don hosts the show Hook the Future, a show that teaches kids how to fish. But it's much more than just another fishing show. Captain Don and his wife Lucy started the show after losing their 22-year-old son Brian in 2004. Brian began fishing with his dad when he was just 3 years old, and their time on the water together quickly became some of their best times together. Captain Don knows better than anyone how precious the time spent with our children is. Hope the Future is about making that time count and also about empowering our children. Each week, the show takes kids fishing from Guatemala to Alaska for everything from giant bull reds to big Pacific sails. The kids take center stage, doing everything from reeling in the big catch to driving the boat. As hard as I try, I'll never be able to explain the show and the message like Captain Don.
In today's crazy, fast-paced .com society, it's hard to take a step back and see the big picture. But Brian had that gift. And now that he's gone, all I have are the many great memories we shared. The quality time we spent together will help carry me on in my own life. Do you have enough memories with your kids? Hook the Future isn't about fishing. It's about taking that big step back and realizing what's more important in life. It's about taking time for your kids, giving them more love and more of yourself. The rewards are greater than anything else in life. We're gonna miss you, Brian. You'll be in my heart forever, and Hook the Future is dedicated to our memory.
Hook the Future airs on the Water Channel, Comcast CSS, and the World's Fishing Network. For a complete schedule and much more on the show, go to www.hookthefuture.com. Next up in Ship Shape, recycling your boat's shrink wrap. Every year, thousands of boaters use thousands of tons of shrink wrap to protect their vessels from the harsh conditions of winter. So when springtime arrives and the shrink wrap starts to come off, where does it all go? Hopefully a recycling plant rather than a landfill. Dr. Shrink, an international supplier of shrink wrap, can help you help the environment. Their rebag recycling program allows you to easily recycle your used shrink wrap. Each rebag kit comes with a large clear bag, simple directions, and a closure device. Simply cut the shrink wrap from your boat, put it into the bag, and affix the prepaid UPS shipping label. Drop the bag off at the nearest mailboxes, etc., or UPS center, and get out on the water. Each rebag costs $15.50 and will hold 600 square feet of shrink wrap. If your boat is over 26 feet, you'll need 2 bags. Dr. Shrink recycles about 300,000 pounds of shrink wrap each year. Most cities and even some marinas have recycling programs as well, so check with yours for additional options. You protect your boat, so why not protect the environment in which you boat? To learn more about the Dr. Shrink recycling program, go to www.dr-shrink.com. Now it's time to reveal Stacey's TheBoaters.com Sealebrity profile pick of the day, which is Captain Bob and Captain Karen and their 26-foot Sea Ray, Almost Heaven. Bob and Karen spend as much time on Almost Heaven as possible. So does their dog, Abby. Kingston, Ontario is one of their favorite places to boat. Welcome to the Boaters and congrats on your Sealebrity status. And finally today, the Captain's caption of the day is, Hangovers viewed in mirror are worse than they appear. Submitted by Scott Walker. That'll do it for this episode of The Boaters TV. See you back here on Friday.